I am going to count my entire Lego collection piece by piece. I'm going to count every single piece I own from every set and haul of bricks I have ever gotten. Everything's sorted, everything's where it should be. Let's get counting. I have bins of car parts, tires, roof parts, old pieces, Bionicle, everything in these drawers. Let's get going. Finished the first compartment of drawers. This took me quite a bit and I've still got a ton to go, but I'm putting sticky notes on every single drawer. I've got a bunch of different ways of writing it out so that I know how many are in each different drawer by putting B and F for back and front because most have dividers. Then I put a T for total, and I've got a lot to add up, a lot to count. At the end, I'm going to take it all, add it all up, get a grand total of how many pieces I have, but before we can do that, I've got to keep counting. I'm not gonna lie, I'm surprised how much this counting thing has affected me when I'm not counting. I've been walking down the hall multiple times and realized that I'm counting how many steps I'm taking or how many breaths I'm taking. I've been laying in bed at night and just randomly realizing that I'm counting at random numbers in my head. It happened like 20 times last night. And if you're wondering, it took me exactly 15,432 seconds to fall asleep last night. I counted. So I kept on counting and counting and counting and counting. I did my 1x2s, I did my everything. Like, I got really, really far, but it was getting really old. But I knew I wanted to do this video, so the obvious thing to do was keep counting. So I realized watching my fingers go back and forth as I count tons of tiny plastic parts is probably not the most exciting thing, but you know what is? Knowing how many individual Lego pieces I own. So make sure you stick to the end where I reveal the final amount. After tons and tons of counting, I've actually finished the second chest of drawers, or whatever you call it. So sticky notes on everything. I ran out of sticky notes, or, well, in the future I did, but I'm not supposed to know that. I will run out of sticky notes, so I started cutting them smaller and cutting off the side that doesn't have the sticky note part just so they fit better on these smaller drawers. I was counting these tiny little parts, and I was at 250 or 200. I can't remember, and that's the problem because I lost track, and I have to start all over. Let's keep going. You may have thought it would never happen, but I've just finished counting every single Lego part I have in these drawer sections, and now I have a ton more to go. So I guess it's not really that exciting, but I mean it is, because we're on to the big stuff. We're on to the big bricks, which I still have a ton of. This stuff might be a little more interesting in these drawers because there are a bunch of random parts that I don't have enough for, so just a little more interesting to look at. But I got so much more to count. I really shouldn't be sitting here making a video about it. That kind of slows me down. I gotta count like thousands of these things. Like, there's so much left to do, but it's very exciting to have this much done, so I'm gonna keep going. I just counted, and there's 1,251 of these 1x2 bricks. I've still got so much to do. There's this many drawers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. All of this, so like 20. All of this, 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 and these base plates. You get the idea. And I decided that after 2 weeks of counting, one of which I didn't really do any counting, I want to split this video into 2 parts. So this is part 1. Part 2 hopefully comes out in a week or something. So if you haven't subscribed already and you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing so you just don't miss out part 2 and any future videos. Subscribe. Goodbye.